remember looking at films. It was like The Silent World. It was the film that my grandfather did in 1953. When I look at the images of the Silent World back from the Red Sea in the 1950s, I'm amazed at the abundance of life. And you go back to those same places today just 50 years later, and they're like virtual deserts. Nothing left.
There's definitely a lot of places I've traveled where I see really unequivocal changes. And it's mostly in the size of the glaciers. I used to go up to Glacier Bay 30 years ago, and there used to be what we call tidewater glaciers, where the glaciers literally terminated right into the salt water. And several of those glaciers now are a quarter of a mile away from the water, and that's all happened in 30 years or less.
Unfortunately, the world biodiversity is disappearing fast. We are eliminating it by our activities at an accelerating rate, to the extent that the best estimates are, if the forces of destruction are not abated, then we could lose or have right on the brink of extinction half of the species of plants and animals that we know about at the present time by the end of this century. Now we understand in detail, increasing detail, that what we're doing is affecting every part of the world.
My awareness of these larger issues really was developed when I started to get involved with CI and learn more about what's going on in the world at large.
I was really impressed by how wide of a net they cast around the planet, how many different organizations they partnered with.
Partnering is a huge word around CI. The cooperation and partnering that we're doing is really, I think, fantastic. Everyone will benefit from it.
We joined with CI in looking at the areas of the world that were greatly under attack and created an initiative which would allow us to look at these vulnerable areas. And that initiative continues with CI and with various other governments.
Pearl Jam has done at least 3 partnerships with CI where we looked at our carbon footprint and funded the protection of 800 hectares of rainforest in the Makira rainforest, which was our way of sort of keeping carbon on the ground, while if we're putting it up, we're at least trying to keep it on the ground.
Conservation International worked with Walmart when most people wouldn't. I know we would not be as far along if it hadn't been for CI. Where some people want to sit back and judge, I get a feeling that CI wants to step forward and make a difference.
I have never been associated with a group of people who continue to have such ambitious goals and continue to make such progress towards those goals.
It is an organization that's capable of inspiring those who need to sit up and take attention and act.
This is an organization that gives me hope. This is an organization that is saying, look, we have to act, and we have to act now. It's not too late.
It's a constant reminder, I hope, to everybody that this is not just another charity. This is an issue of life.